In a new report from the CDC, it appears that the US government is turning all the frogs gay. A wave of corrupt incentives is infiltrating the nation. As revealed in their tell-all book Freakonomics, Stephen Levitt and Stephen Dubner have concluded that the incentives that you think are at play in everyday situations aren't the one actually persuading people. We've got boots on the ground and choppers in the sky to bring the news straight to you. We're going now to correspondent Sharon Lee with some news about cars. Sharon?
After the death of Dale Earnhardt, NASCAR has since implemented safety measures which have seemingly decreased NASCAR death rates, but there seems to be another incentive at play. Let's look at our interview with Incognito, Mr. E.
Hey, it's freaking fines on us when we're not freaking driving safe. Why'd I have to pay? What if I wanted to freaking die? I'm not gonna freaking pay if I want to freaking die. Think about us, my butt. Everyone thinks the new safety measures are like less drivers bite, but no, it's because of the freaking fines that we have to freaking pay.
As we can see, the number of crashes has not increased nearly as much as economists have predicted. This may be because not only safety regulations, but economic incentives. Here's Jacob with the next report.
We are here with whistleblower Arnold Proxybottom for an exclusive interview about the leaked IRS documents.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Arnold, these numbers are staggering. Is it true that the IRS is letting $345 billion in taxes go unpaid?
It is. It is.
But the IRS is the bully next door. Everyone's afraid of getting audited. If the IRS is auditing people, how are they letting so much money slip through the cracks?
Truthfully, the IRS isn't auditing that many people. In 2004, only 0.19% of all individual taxpayers were audited. Think about it. Why should you pay your fair share with the agency lets a few $100 billion of other people's money go collected every year?
Wow! With a percentage so low, more people could just not pay their taxes.
That's exactly right.
I guess our sense of American civic duty is a lot stronger than people chalk it up to be.
Well, not quite. People are paying their taxes because they're scared of the IRS and don't realize the percentage is so low. They're not incentivized by good morals or their civic duty. They're actually incentivized by their fear of the IRS. And even though that's not founded in the facts.
Fascinating. Well, you heard it here first, folks. I'm just not going to pay my taxes. Thank you, Arnold. We're now going to Nathan Prey for a story about voting.
Here at the voting booths, we are going to find out exactly what makes the American voter tick. As you can see, there are not many people here at the booths, and most of them don't seem very excited to be here. Let's go see why these two lovely economists are excited to be here. Excuse me, sirs, but what brings you here on this lovely day?
Our wives.
Well, anything else?
No.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay, well, now we know that voting is a complete waste of time, but what keeps these voters coming? Let's find out. Looks like we've had a couple new voters come in. Hey you, why do you vote?
Oh, perhaps I'm just not very bright and therefore wrongly believe that my vote will affect the outcome somehow. Oh.
Beautiful. Hey you, voter number 2, why do you vote?
I feel as if it is my civic duty to vote. Go America!
Good for you. Well, now you know that people only vote because they are incentivized by family members' civic duty, or just plain stupid.
Is this where I vote?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Now let's take a look into Atlanta, Georgia, where we have Zainab Kasimi on site.
Hello, Jacob. I'm here outside one of the deadliest buildings in the city. As we speak, there are dozens of the most prominent KKK members drafting new radical plans. Fortunately, one brave soul has been risking his life to gain intel on how such proceedings work.
Wait, Zainab. This just in. We are receiving a phone call from the man himself, Stanton Kennedy.
No dangers in here. I've met with the highest officials.
Can you describe to us what you're seeing?
Very dark. Oh no! I think the connection is breaking. Remind everyone how brave I am and to buy my book.
Alright, I think that's it from Kennedy, but wait a minute, camera, zoom in over there. Is that Kennedy? Well, folks, now all I have to say with certainty is that the story of Stetson Kennedy was one long series of anecdotes, which no matter how many times they were cited over the decades, were nearly all generated by the same self-interested source. All I know is that Stetson Kennedy is one corrupt man. Back to you, Jacob.
Well, isn't that just fascinating? When you think it's economic, it's moral. When you think it's moral, it's economic. The incentive you think is at play may not actually be what's happening. We thought the government was turning the frogs gay for the sake of increasing taxes and making the US American taxpayers fork over a pretty penny. But in reality, the US government is turning the frogs gay to promote sexual diversity in the frog community. This has been Jacob Rivera on Channel Zero's Too Accurate News. Thank you for watching.
There are dozens of the most prominent
Only 0.19% of all... Hold on, my mom's calling me.
As we can see, Cash Crown.
Why don't you run it a couple times to make sure you can actually say it? My name is Jacob Rivera. I am super cute and awesome. Would you like to have dinner sometime, maybe?